How's everybody doing out there? We're back with another episode of Left, Right, Left podcast. I continue to be your host, Marc Chabot, Usmc, retired. Hey, I posted a lot of new content out there. For those of you viewers, new subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your support. And if you want to go back and see some great guests and see some great shorts, please make sure you go through the content. Hey, the studio is open. It's been a while. I'm fired up. I got a hell of a guest here with me today. And I just want to set the table for everybody before I introduce. This man was my first sergeant when I was on drill instructor duty. He's just a phenomenal human being, had an amazing journey that we'd like to unpack here for you this afternoon. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce everybody to my handsome friend, Craig Burnett.
Oh, I'm honored. Hey, how you doing? Hello, everybody. I'm juiced up, fired up, and ready to roll today.
That's the way we do it, man. All right, Craig, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
I'm honored to be here. First of all, a little bit about myself. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I went to a performing arts high school. I was a drama major. My father was an entertainer. He sang with a group called The Times. Last month I came back. They were inducted into Philadelphia Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They got a little plaque put down, and one of their songs was So Much in Love. You don't mind if I sing a little bit of it, do you?
Please do. I'd be honored for you to.
All right. It goes, as we stroll along together, so in love. That's it. I'm not a musical genius, but that's what it is. All right.
Yay, Craig, that was a phenomenal.
All right.
Hey, I don't know, man. You got some talent there. You sound like you watched your pops do that a lot when you were a kid.
Yes, I did. I watched numerous artists come to the basement. Billy Paul, Dennis Edwards from the Temptations, Mary Wilson, just a bunch of people that I didn't understand as a kid who they were. But as I grew up and see who they are now, I understand the significance of who they are and what they were in the industry.
If I understand, your mom also did some work too while you were growing up?
Yes, my mother worked 32 years at Temple University as an administrative assistant.
That's phenomenal, man. Sounds like you had just an amazing set of parents, to help guide you through. So now I guess the magical question is, why the Marine Corps?
Why the Marine Corps? Because actually I like the uniform. And I was a very undisciplined kid in Philadelphia, and that was the perfect thing for me because I needed some, I had structure at home, but I was like, I needed something more that, that bring you full circle.
I always say the Marine Corps gave me that discipline, that structure that I needed, for sure. That is my quick go-to. So now you join the Marine Corps, you spend 25 years in uniform, retired as a first sergeant, a lot of different experiences in there. What are the highlights of your quarter-century career?
Okay, the highlight was when I was a Marine drill instructor. The reason why, because you actually seen your product from beginning to end, and you actually were molding and developing the future of the Marine Corps and their first steps coming in. So that was one of the biggest things I really enjoyed. And secondly, my whole journey of serving in Marine Air Ground Task Force of every aspect of command that they had, from the air wing, the ground and the air support, I was there. And I actually got to see it all at the end and how it really all played out.
Well, Craig, I super appreciate having you as a first sergeant. You were very cool, calm, and collected. I appreciated the fact that you looked out for me personally and a lot of the other drill instructors from Charlie Company, particularly the young gunny who was, doing stupid stuff. And thank you for having mercy upon me and allowing me to complete my career. So thank you very much for that.
Hey, pay it forward. Hey, look, you know what? In the Marine Corps, you run across certain leaders that they have certain attributes you want to take, and then some you don't, that you don't want. And I was fortunate to have good mentors and good leaders, and they showed me how to lead and what not to do and what to do by trial and tribulation. Because if you don't make a mistake, you don't learn from going forward how to fix another situation. So I just used that and paid it forward, and did my best I could do.
I cherish our service together, brother, and the best part about it was that, our communication, our friendship didn't end, with our time in the depot. It continues today. I'm very, very grateful for that, and I thank you for that. So we can't stay in the Marine Corps forever. No, 25 years and you're out. Can you talk a little bit about the jobs that you've done since you've been out of the Marine Corps?
Okay. 25 years, and once I retired, it was a rough transition at first. Because when I first started working at 29 Palms as a contractor, I was still around Marines, but I wasn't in uniform. So that's like a psychological thing you have to deal with. Like, okay, I'm not in uniform anymore, but I see the thing that I did my whole life for my career. So how do I adjust? And once I learned how to adjust from civilian to Marine, Marine to civilian, back and forth, I became a better person. And I said, okay, this is how you do it. And it made me prosper in what I did as a contractor from 29 Palms, then going to PCO at MCRD, working in logistics, and then moving on to DLA Aviation at Coronado in San Diego. So it helped out, and I'm happy for the journey, because you know what? Without the journey, there's no me.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'd like to just talk just briefly about your very first job out of the Marine Corps, because I think a lot of times, a lot of people think they're going to have, that immediate success as soon as they retire. And even though you're a contractor working on robots, that was very meaningful work, in my opinion. You're out there wrenching on those robots, getting them prepared to take that improvised explosive device strike rather than a Marine going out there and taking that strike. So starting from the bottom and moving your way up, can you talk about that a little bit?
Okay, so I started out at robotics at 29 Palms. I was repairing, and I also was doing training on the Marines that was coming through 29 Palms before the deployment. That job was I never really had mechanical skills, like besides picking stuff around the house. I never really was really mechanically inclined, so I was screwing some stuff up in school. But after about a month in training in school, I got the gist of it, and I moved on. And then from there, I moved on to the MCRD aspect, and I started from the bottom. A lot of senior Marines retire and think, okay, I'm gonna come out and get this killer government job. It doesn't happen that way for all of us. So you're already ingrained with hard work, and hard work pays off. So I worked hard and moved up to where I'm at now, and it's been very rewarding and enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Yeah, I tell you, man, very similar path for me. I was a contractor too, didn't make a ton of money, but I tell you, man, I appreciated the journey as a contractor and having to work your way up. I believe in that hard work, result and, a good outcome. So That's what I subscribe to.